What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Citizen Sleeper. So, man, we got a lot of stuff happening right now. I haven't even spent any dice yet. So, he wants to be smuggled out. I really need to help fix her ship. First, we gotta go create the thing. Fabricate the ship mine. Nice. There's my other upgrade point. Icebreaker, baby. Oh, yeah. Alright. Here we go. She did give me a truckload of stuff, so... You drop the ship mine core onto the galley table with an emphatic bang, and it spins around where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper. Did you actually land a ship mine? Bristles over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit. It might actually work. She smiles wider than I've ever seen. Where did you get it? I built it. Built it? Well, well, you are full of surprises. Bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new ship mine. Sound echoes down the ship's passage. You have to admit, being in a small space she's this excited is a little intimidating. Nikita puts the ship mine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my goddamn karma's finally coming in. She throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers. Nothing that exciting. Looks like a transit timetable. I found them. Thieves? Exactly. Well, the thief, singular. She points at a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Kaid. It was his past that was used to access Amber and slice the ship mine. I thought that he might have been killed or robbed. His past stolen. Turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. Founder's Gap? The big rift in the station. You can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leaned back in her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry. Old Mercs used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them overlook and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifest and there he was. Looked suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground. She flexes. He won't go far though. There's no real dock out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. So what now? Now I fit the ship mine. That's the first priority. She pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure, how? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the waste no one will find him. But you, Ashton, all I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. He will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is Merc work, I'll be happy to give you Merc pay. She shifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left. So how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this card, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. What do you say? Yeah. Sweet. We're a Merc now, boys. Upgrade. She lifts the ship mine up onto her shoulder with whirring ease. I'm going to get this fit into Amber's core. Get any info, any sense of where Ashton's hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. Once again, Sleeper, thank you, I appreciate it. Stomps off to the guts of Amber with the ship mine, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending on what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. Awesome. Unfortunately, I need... where to get those. I gotta wait a few cycles for that office. Founder's Gap. 100 cryo and I can get in. Meanwhile, freighter over here. Buy ship mine fragments. they're selling them at a high price. I'll take one. Alright. So if I can get ship mine fragments from them if I just do some stuff. Danger, unload containers. Is there any more? Couple of those. Food. $80 for things, so I need to save up for that. I can get 15. This. There's one condition. Okay. Exchange, I can sell scrap. What is this? Gun box. Okay. One more. I can get another ship mine for Neovend. Alright. Oh, is that it? They won't sell me another one, huh? Limited supply. Okay. Exchange. Pressure club. Ticking. Got fuel factory. Let's see here. Climber. Minus energy to condition. I need to make just money, really. I don't get anything for doing that, so like at least here I'm working on something. data. Okay. And back to sleep. I lost the dice. Okay. It won't tell me no more. Here we go. As you approach, the address gave you. A heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants give her. As you turn, you see the same subsidiary eyes as Brava and Tasha. Mirrors on her cheeks. Jai, please. The sleeper is here by my invitation. Rabbi's command, the hand of me. Apologetic look replaces the scowl on Jai's face. Of course, Rabbi, I'm sorry. Rabbi waves her hand. Don't you worry, I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the enforcer. How about your head to the Tambor? They have a delivery coming and some help with lifting. So, sleeper, you came. I'm glad. I was curious. Curious is good. She smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Spin's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on the station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. I wish you no harm. I'm glad. She takes you down the staircase and the bustling walkway to the lower end. What do you know about Yadigan? We run the lower end, she laughs. That sounds impressive. We run out of the lower end, yes. We don't run it. People with carts push fast, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passage. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We are famed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. She gestures around the people in the passageways, but when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye, a policeman who makes the laws here? No one. It's true, the eye is lawless. It was up to all of us to make it work for us. I don't imagine you think that. If you had spent your time in the lower end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The lower end was empty in Ireland's time. They didn't to house thousands and keep the yards and safe with working enough. So the lower end was reclaimed later and the refugees started arriving. The collapse didn't just happen here on this station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, some fled. The Eye became a refuge, and Ireland, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. Many within his organization disagreed, and rivals weren't as simple to corral as they hoped. Reviley, small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Ireland's union was made of workers and administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchy networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, and desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yadigan is a child of that conflict, a child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously. From my birth, I have worked to earn it. Rabbi catches herself before she raises her voice any further. Walk in silence for a while. Among the smells and textures of the lower end, you start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where do I come into this? Rabbi smiles receptively, thinks for a moment before she responds. I believe that you understand the importance of a refuge. So I also believe that you wish to help keep this place safe. She exhales quietly. For this reason, I would like you to trust me. I do not know what Sabine told you about us, but I imagine it was not good. I'll be honest with you, Sleeper, I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yadigan. An ex-corporate employee, it goes against our nature, but their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied, that was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on their promises they made to us. Yadigan has not lasted this long. Charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. Who is Yannick? Yannick is one of the heads of Yadigan. They guide us. He is the newest to be elected. He is an elder. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only want to escape their debt. They would have said anything, but where are they now to stand behind their claims? I will find them. as will we. Realize that Rabbi has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up the staircase to the walkway. You're free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. She looked out through the windows of the walkway. I would protect this place with my life as it's protected me. I want to make that clear. She turns back. However, if you two wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You'll be able to see yet again. See the lower end with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she paused to consider her words. I will not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabbi leaves, slipping back in her office while you stare out to the countless units, each a home, each with a story that makes up the plan. Interesting. I'm not sure what to think about that guy now, then. The lower end seems alright. Sabine, the corporate D-bag, and he lied to me about where he was getting the stuff, so I don't know about him. I forget where he said to get those caps from, but get a little data with our crappy dice. Dang. Let's check our. I've still only got one. Use scrap at home to repair condition. That could be handy, but I need one more upgrade point to use it. Then I don't need the serums all the time. If I get extra scrap, I can use it for condition repair. Okay. Well, let's see what jobs they got. Patrol the ward. They perform many roles, protection and logistics and everything in between. You never know what you may have to face on a patrol. Best chance to get inside of their organization. I can get scrap components from this. I sacrifice condition. Here I'll sacrifice energy. Cider. Okay. We can work with them. And I just need one more part. My energy goes up when I work for them, which is nice. Alright. End the cycle. See where we are in the next day. Alright. Got some crappy dice, so I'll go ahead and get some data. Not sure what I can do with all this data, but I'll have it. Going on. Okay. Won't let me do that no more. Bar, I guess. Service. I'm gonna have to. Wait, I have stabilizer. I'm gonna have to use one. Get my dice back. Alright. Well, that was a quick day. Just some data harvesting. Okay. Sure what I can do with all this data. That's done. Founder's Gap. Guess I'm going in here. Across the Greenway. As you stumble out of the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you tumbling to the ground. As you turn to see an unfamiliar spacer laden with heavy gear, she stays herself, staring you down as if daring you to respond. Sorry? You just strap on her shoulder, holding up a hand in recognition before setting off down the corridor. Sorry for her. Second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission, they shrug. Not a problem. They smile. Yours. Elsa stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friend. She chops at the air, pointing down the corridor to whatever end she is rushing to. She raises their eyebrows at you. Ash, please. You want everyone in the station to hate us? Ash hardens. They want to hate us. They can hate us. She drops her hip. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is. We're lucky we got through before they set up the damn cordon. She gestures in your direction. See, they don't even know what you're talking about. The station is at Hawthorne. Not everyone has to follow some corporate law. Ash sighs. I'm not saying they are part of the administration. She gestures in your direction, but I am saying we need to get these supplies to Briar before someone starts asking questions. Can I help? Big smile. Sorry. See, Ash, help. Isn't that exactly what we need right now? Beak rolls her eyes. Beak ignores her. We're with the refugees, the ones Havenage have cordoned off from entering the station. Ash interrupts. The ones that are being quarantined in makeshift vessels that barely made it to the eye to begin with. The ones that your station administrators have called in as essential risk and are running out of supplies, while their right to safety is being debated by people with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. She's right. People are trapped out there, and we understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and ships turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand to stop Ash interrupting, but Ash turns away, her burning anger unpalatable in the close quarters. They need supplies, and after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping. Peak finishes. That's terrible. Ash looks back at you, her fierceness fading. Speak, please. Ash gathers herself and the supplies. Ash, we need help. Just like the refugees needed us, we need others too. They smile at her. Speak turns to you. Come find us. Climbing Briar is docked at the broken spoke past the Greenway and the wastes. We have a good view of the cordon, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. They squeeze your hand. Ash turns to leave and Peak follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Ash shouts back down the corridor. Don't bother coming empty-handed. You want to help? Show us. Bring supplies or don't come at all. And with that, they disappear on the corner. Ash already picking up speed as she calls for her to slow down. A refugee flotilla? Where are they coming from? Why? Each time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. Interesting. Cross to rim. What's up here? Drone biosphere. Map the pathways. Chambers defy mapping. Resting. Work the canteen. Okay. Artificial. Tracking Ashton. Seems to think Ashton is out here at the wild edge of the Greenway. Time to see if that's true. Like the obvious way to track someone, but in this overgrown tangle, the task becomes difficult. Search for signals. Your skills, tap in the cloud and find Ashton by his signal. I am pretty good at doing that. We're gonna find him. Come on, baby. Yeah. The trail ahead extends deep into the overgrown section of the Greenway, this far into the bring, where the long, lazy curve of the Greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the waste. Things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from access by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple, stained with moss and algae, green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen brackish tide. This is where Ashton's hiding, you're pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows of this collapsed substructure. Roll the comm headset in she gave you your palm. Call. You slip the headset into your ear and it fizzles with static. After a few moments you're hearing a sleeper. If you locate the target, a doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he is there? Balls. A doubt enters your mind. No, hold. A confused silence together, and maybe it's better you confirm the actions there before you call in. Remove headset. You put that headset back in your pocket yet. Need confirmation. You survey the right ahead. There's a direct route. A line of broken pillars that take you into the center of the structure, or you could skirt around the pillars, keeping the cover of your raised spine the Greenway and work your way around. It'll take longer, better concealed. Skirt around the pillars. Skirt around. You decide on the long route, head off towards the central spire. It is slow going there where the growth meets the metal wall, but it's so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. You follow the wall, knowing it will lead you to the edge of the collapsed stack. For the final part of the journey, you have to walk your way through the dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting, and you stop on a small rise to rest. It's been hours since you began. You desperately hope Ashton has gone. Just ahead, a soft glow is coming from somewhere within the farm stack. Grow light still on after years, perhaps. Take a little longer to rest, then push on. Follow the faint glow of the stack. You find a broken tank and step into the opening, trying to broken glass and the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank carefully, quietly. Somewhere water drips, and you swear you hear birdsong. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale and sickly green. As you reach the edge of the tank, you hear something, an echo hiss like a hydraulic piston. You quickly move up to where the tank opens, the central drum at the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern with plants growing on all sides and wet mossy islands at its base. It is beautiful, and for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down to the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They are surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there's an object, a cylinder set on a tarp. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They are twisted, broken, open, wrong. Look away. Jump down. You push yourself onto the edge and awkwardly drop down to the mossy islands. It's further than you think, and you fall flat on the soft grain. The smell heavy in your nostrils. Make your way towards the sleeper slowly, carefully. Soft moss covering your steps. Before you have even gone 2 steps, the first shot rings out. It passes so close that you feel the rivers of air radiate out from it. You drop to the ground as the sound echoes around the drum, blanking out all noise. The voice calls out, "That's close enough. The next one will end you." Ashton, you assume, is somewhere on the wall of tanks on the opposite side. What did you do to them? I'm saving them. The body is dead. But with the ship mind, he pauses. Look, none of your business, so I'd appreciate it if you just went on your way. I'm going to start counting just so you know I'm serious. A pause. I don't want to kill you. At that moment, you hear a sound, a soft hiss like a hydraulic piston. You turn. There is Akita slipping into the drum behind you. Of course, she was tracking the headset. You suddenly feel stupid, tricked. She meets your eye and shakes her head. The gunshot breaks the silence, blanking out all noise. It hits Ingrid's shoulder piece, ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces into impact. Then she launches herself forward, the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover that grates beside the sleeper. Shit. You hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Anna reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mind and the sleeper. What's she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the wall of tanks. You shiver at the suggestion. Stay silent. There's a long pause. All you can hear is the dripping of the water running down the walls in the drum. Then Ashton calls out, "I'm coming down. Don't do anything stupid, for God's sake." He appears on the far side of the drum, stepping to the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. Drop the gun. Throws it down the moss as you out. Watch. You see him catch your eye, blocking your presence. What are you up to, Ashton? Sicko. He stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mind for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that he still has a steady. Nikita, it isn't like that. I needed the ship mind. You have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mind and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightened her grip on the connection. Typical of you, you needed no curiosity. I should smile shakily. That's why I never asked for it, for your help. You only look after yourself, he nods. You sleeper up there. They're just bait, right, to draw me out? Nikita sucks a breath in. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? I loved him, Nikita. Ashton crumpled sleeper. I loved them and they were going to die. I knew that you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Nikita now, slowly inching forward. Don't do that, Ashton. Nikita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go and let us go. If you don't get out of my way, he inches closer, please. I can't let you take it, Ashton. Nikita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Nikita. I need them to survive. Ashton's in reach of the sleeper now. Nikita, I'm going to take them now. Nikita raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mind and go. Nikita loses her grip on the connection. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard. He makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, another. You recoil back behind the edges. They ricochet around the inside of the drum. Sound deafening. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water. The red and the green, and Kita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. Force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There is no sign of life, of humanity. They are just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around living things grow and thrive. And Kita finally looks back up at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry, but you are already gone. Wow. Well, that sucked. That did not turn out well at all. Oh, crap. Okay. Well, that blows. Not a great end. But that's okay. We'll figure out what's going on in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.